on Outback Truckers. Dirt road veteran Dennis Dent goes head-to-head with a lifelong nemesis.
Knock the shit out of you. I mean, I'm not 25 anymore.
Christian Reynolds takes on the wild backcountry.
The road just breaks up and goes to bulldust.
On a vital mission to build a bridge.
If you wreck one there, it'd be expensive for everyone involved.
And on a 5,000 kilometre marathon run.
All I need right now.
Turbo's dealing with...
That's how much impact there was.
Disaster upon disaster.
This headwind is just slamming me left, right and centre.
In Queensland, Dennis Dent is preparing to take on an old adversary, the road to Cape York.
Bearings checked, adjust the brakes, make sure everything's right. We just go all over the Cape like the last frontier. That's what we do. Corrugations and vibrations, extreme conditions. So they've got to be maintained 100%. And if you don't, you're only kidding yourself.
After 42 years fighting the same track, Dennis has learned the hard way.
We learned a lot back in them early days about how to hold trucks and how to get trucks out, how to drink Captain Morgan rum and work.
It's been a lifelong battle, but Dennis is ready for one more round.
They actually call you up on the radio and say, well, we're going up to play in the mud today, Denty. So there, we'll have a bit of a go.
Dennis is heading 730 kilometres deep into the wilderness of Cape York to Bramwell Station, Australia's northernmost cattle property.
They call me the 4 o'clock man. Oh, I like getting away early. When anything goes wrong on the road, you've got time up your sleeve.
Joining Dennis on the front line is his long-suffering Mercedes truck. It's been his workhorse for 15 hard years. Behind the cab, 60 tonnes of vital building supplies to keep station workers employed through the wet season. It could start any day now. Once the wet arrives, rivers will flood, cutting the Cape off for months.
People used to go, oh, we'll get across, watch me. Next thing they're floating down the river.
Experience has taught Dennis that he needs to time his run right.
You know, you've got a small window of opportunity to get up there.
But the start of the wet is notoriously hard to predict.
Who can tell what the weather's going to do?
If he gets it wrong, he could be stranded for weeks.
Oh, it can become real serious. You can bog your truck and really be in a lot of trouble.
Also playing on his mind is his body.
Because when the road's really rough, you know, it knocks the shit out of you. Like, I mean, I'm not 25 anymore. I'm 67 years old, you know.
And lately, Dennis has been feeling his age.
Yeah, it's a young man's game, eh? Old man should be doing what I'm doing.
But he's not ready to hang up his keys yet. Right now, his customers are depending on him. And until this road says enough, Dennis will keep pushing his body and his truck to the limit.
I've always got out. Sometimes by the skin of my ass, but I've always got out.
In Darwin, dirt road specialist Christian Reynolds is also praying that the northern wet season holds off for a few more weeks.
This time of year, you just go until you have to stop, making hay while the sun shines. I want a job down the end of a long bitumen road.
37-year-old Christian has been driving trucks all his life. But last year, he took a big gamble, buying out his business partner to saddle himself with 3 trucks and some hefty debts.
Like most transport companies that start off, we struggle a fair bit.
To keep the banks at bay, he needs to keep his rigs moving and the money rolling in. That's a tall order on the road Christian rides. A gravel road gauntlet. Through the heart of Arnhem Land, a vast Aboriginal reserve 3 times the size of Belgium. This is wild country, ruled by the forces of nature. Roads out here face a constant onslaught from the elements.
It's just notorious and hard, corrugates, and there's a lot of the road there that's just worn out, hasn't got too much gravel on it to hold it together anymore, and the road just breaks up and goes to bulldust.
On this trip, Christian's hauling building materials to a remote construction site at Donji Creek, a bone-jarring round trip of 1,600 kilometres. His job is to shift 48 concrete bridge beams. It's a delicate task. If Christian cracks one, it'll have serious consequences.
You don't make spare ones. Like, there's 48 beams, I think, for the job, and they only made 48, so if you wreck one there, it'll be expensive for everyone involved, you know?
Adding to the pressure, the rain is closing in.
The bulldust turns to mud, slippery bog holes, and once it gets wet, you can't travel over it.
Every year, the road gets shut down for months, drying up Christian's income.
That's the biggest thing, you don't know when it's all going to stop.
And now he's got more than just himself to worry about. Christian recently got engaged to Katie.
Do I really annoy you?
Not very much.
Not very much, so I still do.
And he's just taken on a new driver, Katie's brother, Norman. Norman's still green, and this is tough country for young truckers. One of Christian's former drivers was lucky to walk away from this wreck.
And just come down there and, yeah, he never made it around the corner. And the next week, another truck fell over in exactly the same spot.
Where these truckers go, the stakes couldn't be higher. On the streets of Perth, one-man business Turbo is reaching the end of his rope.
If people want to understand what stress is, I invite them. Come and step into my shoes for 2 weeks. That hurt. Live how I live for 2 weeks. Thanks. Don't need these right now. Do what I do. Get in there.
Turbo's been on the road for over a month now. He's desperate to see his family, but he can't scrape a load together to pay his way home.
My way of coping with it is to be a nut job.
Look, a starfish. See? Starfish. It don't look like they're coming to get me.
Turbo hit Perth 3 days ago. He needs another load to help cover the cost of the 4,700 kilometre trip back to Brisbane to his wife and daughter.
I'm your slave. Get this, do that.
Living with Turbo can be a challenge.
He stands with a hose and watches me wash the truck. I've tried for the last 15 years to train him. I haven't been able to do it.
He may not be housebroken, but family means the world to Turbo.
Everything I do day in, day out is for Joe and Tracy. That's it. I don't do it for myself, I do it for them.
Back in Perth, Turbo's finally found a customer. She's moving house.
Lid go down, lid go up. Lid go down, lid go up.
But all of her gear doesn't pile up to much. As a one-man, one-truck business, the pressure's always on
Really gentle, mate.
to take whatever job comes up. And right now, Turbo needs all the work he can scrounge.
What?
A recent back injury has kept him off the road for 6 weeks.
Every time that wheel doesn't turn, it costs a couple of $1,000. Those wheels turn, they make money.
Turbo's back's still far from 100%. But he can't afford to rest up. He's just got wind of a load up the coast in Geraldton. It's an 860 kilometre detour. But if it pays off, it could be his ticket home. On the road to Bramwell Station in Cape York, Dennis Dent's journey is off to a good start.
How you be today, Dennis?
Yeah, pretty good for an old fella, mate.
His worries about the rain are being left behind, in the dust. But up ahead, there's news to dampen his spirits.
5k's for Musgrave and she just turned to slosh.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the road steadily changes from good
We've had a few storms through here, good ones too, by the looks of it.
to bad
Can we go here too?
to downright ugly.
Driving through the water, don't drive around the water. Stay in the middle of the road. Stay away from the edges there, because that's where it's soft.
Dennis is copping a hiding.
Sick of it. He's doing this the whole trip.
He needs to pull over for a breather.
Oh, you always have a break here. Get your shit together. Yeah, how you going?
It's his partner, Anne.
Been in there for 2.5 hours over that road. I just got to walk around. My back's just a little bit sore. Sitting in the seat getting pounded. There's a lot of potholes and washouts on the road now.
500 kilometres into the trip, Dennis's body is sending out distress signals. But he keeps pushing on.
The road can be pretty treacherous at times. Sometimes it's good, other times it's just absolute woeful.
Dennis has spent his whole career dealing with the changing moods of the road. But now he's wrestling with one of the biggest changes of his life.
You can stay a young fella for years, it'll be good, but you can't.
Finally, after a gruelling 14-hour day, he reaches his campsite.
Well, I don't mind admitting I'm glad to get here today.
Why's that?
No, it's tough, don't
Dennis still has 170 more kilometres to drive. On these roads, it'll feel like 10 times that. Christian Reynolds is blazing a trail to a remote building site in Arnhem Land.
Customers are a bit stressed about getting their freight out there in time, just with the weather turning bad.
With the wet season due any day now, Christian's been working non-stop. For his fiancée, Katie, sharing the cab is the only way they can share time together.
Like I'll see him like once or twice during the week when he comes in to load. It's like he comes home, has a shower, gets ready and goes.
Katie's passionate about trucking.
Oh, I love that truck, isn't it pretty?
But lately, a back injury has kept her off the road.
I was stuck at home for months, spent 2 weeks in hospital. So, yeah, all very exciting.
Being with Christian on this trip also puts her mind at ease.
If he doesn't ring me from a certain point, I'll give him a certain amount of time before I start panicking in myself, just because there is so much that can go wrong out there.
Foremost in Christian's mind is the destructive potential of the road ahead.
We go through a lot of brake boosters. Like on the corrugations, the brake boosters actually break off. Cab mounts, door hinges, they just all flog out.
In this game, damage means money, something any new business is short on.
You seem just to get ahead and then things happen. See, that's dirt roads, everything's expensive.
At the end of the bitumen road, it's time to let their tyres down for the beating ahead.
It's more given so that you don't get the shock through the trailer as much.
But then Christian spots the last thing he wanted to see. 2 shredded tyres.
Like it doesn't take long to rack up $1,000 worth of tyres.
And the dirt hasn't even started yet.
You just throw money away.
Turbo is a man on a mission. 30 kilometres north of Perth, he's racing to pick up a load, which should pay his way home to Brisbane.
It feels good after a couple of months out, but at this stage I can't relax yet. I can't let my guard down.
But on the open road, disaster lurks around every corner.
Sparks flying out from under this trailer. Something's going on, mate. Make them down, eh? Give us a motor.
As I'm driving along, it felt like something hit the wheel. I felt a tug in the trailer. I've looked in the mirror and I've just seen sparks literally flying everywhere. Straight away, that's telling me I've got an issue. Major issue. All I need right now.
Clues to what happened lie 400 metres back up the road. A massive steel box welded onto Turbo's trailer has broken free, hitting the highway like a bomb.
That's how much impact there was.
It smashed open, hurling its contents hundreds of metres along the road.
There's at least 10 grand's worth of gear laying here on the road and shit all over the road. I need this right now, and God knows what gear I've actually lost. I am absolutely pissed off. My gut is turning. That's how I feel.
Turbo's got a big job cleaning up the damage.
So now I've got to gather it all up. Somehow I've got to drag 1.5 tons of gear back up the road.
But suddenly, he needs to act quickly. Another truck's coming.
Yeah, take care here, northbound, and just come over the ridge, eh?
And Turbo's radio isn't working.
Yeah, northbound, and just watch it, eh? Back it down, mate, back it down. We've got shit all over the road here.
If the truck collides with this mess, it could set off a far bigger accident. Dennis Dent has been going head-to-head with the brutal roads of Cape York for a day and a half now.
Hang on, you've got to be careful coming down that hill. If you go off there, you're gone.
The road's a mess, but Dennis is taking things steady.
You can't be in a hurry in this country, in this type of work. You'd be in a hurry over these roads and you start breaking stuff, you know?
For the last 42 years, he's built his reputation on delivering his freight in one piece. But on this trip, some of the loads already damaged. It turned up like that from the supplier. Dennis had no option but to take it.
You just worry about, is it loaded properly and all that sort of thing? I don't know, I guess it's just me.
After a morning's drive, he's getting close to his destination of Bramwell Station. But now Dennis has been detoured.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to get across there, mate.
Into a dead end.
What a circus. So what are you going to do now?
After a 20-hour battle with a broken-down road, Dennis is now trapped on a section which is being repaired.
Well, I can't get out.
Out here, the sight of heavy machinery is usually a reason to celebrate.
Oh, back then, if you bought a truck, there was no machinery to pull it out. You just had to jack it out and get it out yourself.
But today, they're just slowing Dennis down.
Hang on a sec. We'll chuck some dirt in that hole there for you.
This has got plenty of machinery if I get stuck there to pull me up.
He's back on the road, but the detour has cost Dennis an hour. And with the clouds gathering,
Get a storm this afternoon, eh?
Dennis needs to get a move on. On the central Arnhem Road, Christian Reynolds is replacing 2 flat tyres.
I'm not impressed by it, but it's all part of it, eh?
But now he's got another problem. He's running low on spares, and he's still got 600 kilometres of dirt to go.
Yeah, just a bad run.
But a passing truck alerts Christian to an even bigger worry.
No, I haven't passed them anyway. They're still behind you somewhere.
Norman, Christian's rookie driver and Katie's brother, is missing in action.
They never saw Norman anywhere, eh? Oh.
Norman set off on the same run a couple of days ago. By now, he should have crossed paths with Christian and Katie on his drive home. "50 kilometres further down the track, Christian's anxiety for his missing driver is growing.
I thought I would have passed my other truck by now.
As the night goes on, the concern deepens.
Oh,
Where is it?
oh. He should be out this end if he got away at lunchtime. Well, he should have.
A parked truck ahead offers a glimmer of hope.
Oh, yeah, you haven't seen a Transstar with a couple of flat tops in the travels, have you?
Nah, this morning there was an old Lander with a bridge pylon and a backhoe and shit on it. That's all I've seen.
Yeah, all right, no dramas.
The condition of the road is only making things worse.
There's big corrugations just about trip over them. Yeah. Like it's dusty as anything. Look how much water's laying about. You know, they've had a lot of showers through here.
And still, no Norman.
He's my brother-in-law. He hasn't done much driving, but he's he works hard, and he's steady. He just pokes along, and he's keen to learn. He really is. So he's worth the investment, you know. If he was broken down, that somebody would have said something. It is a concern in remote areas when a truck's not where you think it's going to be. You know, it's hard country out here. You are a long way from help.
Back it down, mate, back it down.
On a highway north of Perth, a truck is on a collision course with the scattered remains of Turbo's toolbox.
We've got shit all over the road here.
With Turbo's radio not working, he can't warn the driver.
Just run over me gear, it's all right, kid. Too bad if I was on the road, mate.
With no way of alerting passing trucks, Turbo needs to clear the road fast. But this is no small job.
Probably about 5 o'clock in the morning by the time I get to Gerald and get to bed. Oh, let's just turn this into a long night. Well, that's the last.
Back at his truck, there's more work to do.
That there is the whole frame. This part here, this flat bar, should actually be pointing downwards. It hasn't been welded on there properly.
The flying toolbox has also made its mark on Turbo's trailer.
That K and a half, it's already scrubbed that tyre out. I've got to somehow, I've got to pry that off of there. At least get it off enough. So it's not going to f that tyre.
To make matters worse, the clean-up job is taking its toll on Turbo's sore back. But it's the impact on his bank balance that hurts the most.
At a rough estimate, there's probably 8 to 10 grand's worth of gear that was sitting in that box. I've probably recovered 5 grand of it, so 3 or 4 grand. That's belongs to the wilderness now.
Making money out of this journey has just taken a U-turn into the red.
Heap of shit! Don't need this right now.
Dennis Dent has made it to Bramwell Station in Cape York.
Always pleased to get here. It went quite well, really.
With the clouds starting to build, he's looking for a quick turnaround.
This time of the year, you know, you can get some big storms. You know, you've got a small window of opportunity.
Dennis gets to work, closely supervised by the station's pet.
It's a brolga. Follows you around like a dog, eh?
It's a hot, hard grind.
Ah, that's good.
With everything unloaded, Dennis wants to get moving, but there's a hold-up. The damaged freight Dennis was told to bring up is causing a dilemma.
It's a pain in the ass.
The owners can't decide what to do with it.
This is the part that annoys you. Maybe I shouldn't have accepted, but I wasn't in the yard when it came in. We'll send it. No, we won't. Yes, we will. No, we won't. I just want to get finished. I've had enough.
Finally, there's a decision.
Frigging around all day and now they decide to put it on.
It needs to go back on Dennis's trailer to be returned to the supplier. Most of the afternoon is gone, but Dennis's day is far from over.
Bloody thing!
Before he can drive out of here, he needs to stack his trailers on top of each other by reversing up a steep ramp that's falling apart. On such a sharp incline, it's a struggle to get any control.
Oh, you bloody thing!
Stacking two trailers, which are exactly the same size, leaves no room for error.
Bloody joke, mate.
It looks impossible, but Dennis refuses to give in. Finally, after an uphill battle, Dennis gets it on, dead straight.
Hallelujah, brother!
The day's over. It's been 15 long hours of dust, heat, and frustration. He's aching and exhausted, but this trucker's still got something left in the tank. In Arnhem Land, Christian Reynolds has spotted a vehicle in the distance. He hopes it's his missing driver, Norman.
Coming from a mile away with those white light.
Boy, it is. I'll pull up around the corner here.
It's a huge relief.
How you going? You've had me a bit worried.
Why?
Oh, because I haven't seen you.
Oblivious to the stress he's been causing, Norman's been plodding along.
I just took my time loading up the salvo because it was hot, so I just had to have a couple of spells, stop and get out of the sun.
We actually were worried about you, Norman, because no one knew where you were. We ran into like 4 trucks and no one had seen you.
Finding Norman is a big load off Christian's mind.
Well, he's one of my drivers. You know, you're responsible for all of them. You know, like I've only got him at the moment, but last year I had 3 going, and you're responsible for all of them. So, you know, if they've got an issue, it becomes a bigger issue for you.
Now it's time for Norman to help Christian out.
Okay, so you got 2 good spares.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to swap some tyres. I got no spares.
All right.
We had them flat tyres before we left the bitumen.
Yeah?
With his tyres replenished and his driver accounted for, Christian leaves Norman with one last word of advice.
Just remember they're just beams.
What? Yeah.
Don't kill yourself for it.
There's been rain overnight on the Arnhem Land plateau. Exactly where Christian and Katie are now headed.
There has been a bit of rain out here in the last week or so. Like, it's still really dusty, but there's a lot of water laying around. The longer it lays there, the softer the road gets underneath. So, like, you can run into the drama of actually falling through the road.
Any violent movement could be disastrous for the load.
Oh, look at the water. That can't be good.
No.
The beams look solid, but each has a series of internal hollows.
Even though they're concrete beams, they are reasonably fragile.
Sliding off the road could bring this trip and the bridge construction to a sudden halt.
If you're flat out standing on it, it gets that slippery when it's wet. I'm really over the dirt roads. I really am.
Suddenly, something's come loose on the back. Christian has to pull over.
Come around, go past, go past.
After the dramas with his toolbox, Turbo has finally made it to the town of Geraldton.
Reached your destination.
Yeah, where? Mate, I'm picking up a side tipper and a prime mover at your place. I'm just trying to find out where you are exactly.
So it's inside the toll yard. It'll be on the front fence in the grassed area there to the right-hand side.
Now it's time to focus on putting the rest of his load together. Going on the truck, another rig, and its trailer. But it isn't as straightforward as it might seem. Somehow, Turbo must fit everything around the car and furniture he already picked up in Perth.
I can't see crap, mate. How much room have I got at the back? I've still got to be able to get my ramps up. It's all right, it's only plastic.
Now for the trailer.
That's the edge. Keep going like that. Put the dolly lock in.
But Turbo may have bitten off more than he can chew.
How close is that?
He's using every inch of his trailer, and he still hasn't got the car on.
It's not mine. Yeah, I'll get it on. And you know what that means too, don't you? That means that's a challenge.
Even minus the dolly trailer, it's going to be tight.
I'll get it on, trust me.
Centimetre perfect. Finally, Turbo can head for home, 4,700 kilometres away. His journey has just begun. Christian has spotted something in his mirror that doesn't look right.
The corrugations and potholes and all that sort of stuff, just everything comes loose over the time.
A stack of gates is on the verge of spilling onto the road.
There's nothing on the other side to stop them coming out.
He's lucky he caught them in time.
Oh, the gates would have fell out. Probably pick them up on the way back, but someone else might come along and pick them up too. Like some things, you look at them and by the time you pull up, they've fell out.
And that's not all that's been moving around.
These back two beams have moved a little bit, eh? They've moved backwards about an inch.
The dirt track is starting to take its toll on the load. There's just 70 kilometres to Christian's destination, but two major obstacles still stand in his way. A double river crossing that's caught him out in the past.
You can get the whole truck and trailers out of the river, and that's it. That's as far as you can go. You just sit there spinning on top.
To give himself the best chance of making it across, Christian needs to break up his road train.
It's pretty steep out the other side as well, so I usually stop on the western side and split trailers up and just pull them all through one at a time.
the first river, Annie Creek.
No other blokes that have gone through rivers and punctured fuel tanks from rocks and things like that. I always go pretty steady and try not to pull too much water out of the river because it washes the bank away. It'll get a definite step in it and it's hard to get out of then. And that's just from dragging the water up the bank with you when you go.
While he's safely across, next is the Goa River, not the sort of place you want to get stuck.
Yeah, but I've seen them in the Goa. Big, saltwater ones. Big enough that you wouldn't go swimming in there, that's for sure.
Christian needs to make sure he's on the right line.
If you go straight across, it's got a hole in the middle of it and it's quite deep. There's a sign on the other side that as you come in, it tells you to go right down to the left-hand side where it's shallower. You can't always do that in the truck, just because of the sheer length of it. You can't get down there that far. It felt like you were going to get bogged in it, but yeah, it was all good.
The next hurdle, a slippery bank.
It's just the banks on either side that give you trouble. Yeah, with two trailers on, you sort of run out of traction and you just can't pull them any further.
He's got both trailers across. Now to hook up and drive the load in. Their destination is only 40 kilometres away. After running the gauntlet, they arrive unscathed. But at the construction site, it's not all good news.
Max is waiting for you.
Why?
You'll find out.
Oh, he's got the bonnet's up, but he's got something loaded.
A fellow trucker has broken down. He's blown a water pump and he's not happy about it.
Well, we put big money into road tax. I feel like sending a bill for my truck repairs to the government and say, well, here, this is what you've cost me because you haven't maintained your roads.
Christian will have to pick up the pieces.
We'll take all his gear and my gear back together. So we're in for a nice easy run home, stack one of our trailers up and just go home as a single, and now we're going to go as a triple.
Getting two trailers in here was hard enough. Now, Christian's got to drive out with three.
It's all inside, nice and even. Great teamwork.
With his load finally assembled, Turbo can fuel up for the long haul to Brisbane. At $2,000 for a top-up, it's a big drain on tight finances.
Oh, people.
Suddenly, there's more bad news.
I just blew a clutch. That's not good.
It's yet another blow. He must get his old truck moving. The fix is textbook Turbo.
Thank you.
Force the truck into gear as he fires up the engine. Now he's in gear, he'll be able to move. But a busted clutch means a whole new driving style.
I've actually got to turn the truck off every time I want to put it in the gear now.
On top of his destroyed toolbox, Turbo's now looking at a $2,500 bill for a new clutch. Money he can't spare.
Now that's just basically eating into my profits.
All Turbo can do is hit the road and wait for his luck to turn, which may take a bit longer yet.
And how am I supposed to eat that? Yeah, I think that'll be a later thing. God, I can't even get it off my hands now.
Further down the road, Turbo's fortunes still haven't changed, but the winds have.
And just bang out of nowhere, it was just like a mini cyclone hit me.
Gale force winds have suddenly sprung up. Turbo's driving straight into them.
With this headwind, it's playing absolute havoc. It's grabbing me and it's just slamming me.
His fuel consumption is blowing out.
I would probably, at the moment, average 500 metres to a litre. I have no fuel economy.
And his tarpaulin is blowing loose.
The biggest thing that's causing the drama, inside this tipper, the whole top of it's open. So the wind's just going straight inside the bin and it's just acting like a big parachute. It's not the first time I've faced tornado-like conditions, especially sort of when we get out towards the Nullarbor there.
Turbo faces a long and winding road home. At any moment, this wind could blow him right over.
It's just playing havoc. It's grabbed me and literally slammed me straight off the road.
In Cape York, it's another day, another Dennis.
Fresh start in the morning, you've got a different attitude. It was a pretty hard day yesterday. It's not so much work, it's the heat that gets you in the end.
Once again, it's a scorcher. Good weather for reptiles and for drying up puddles. Dennis is headed for home and cruising over the same road he wrestled on his way out here.
Incredible how quick the road changes, that's what I mean, every trip's different.
Ahead is 480 kilometres of dry dirt and not a cloud in sight. For Dennis, this is what it's all about.
This has been a really good run, actually. It doesn't always go that smooth, I can tell you.
By the afternoon, Dennis makes it safely onto the bitumen.
We've done it again, old girl.
Just as the rain arrives.
Start getting that torrential rain then. Could rain for 2 or 3 days without stopping. Rain all night, all day. Once it starts raining, it just keeps raining.
It's a moment for reflection. The start of the wet season. The end of a journey. The twilight of a career.
Everybody asks me, oh, you're going to give it away? I'm giving it away every year. But I love it. It's like a big family in the Cape to me. And I love the people up there, and I enjoy what I'm doing. Hallelujah, brother. We're home. And I often think about that because I don't want to give it away, but one day I won't be able to do it. And it'll be a bit of a sad day for me, actually.
.600 kilometres east of Perth, long-haul specialist Turbo is fighting to keep from being blown off the bitumen.
With this headwind, I've got to steer the truck to the opposite side of the road to stay in a straight line. That's how violent that it can get.
A high wind has come from nowhere.
Mini cyclone hit me.
Playing havoc with his truck.
It's grabbed me and literally slammed me straight off the road. It was like being in a washing machine.
It's yet another drama on this trip, and it's barely even begun. The 47-year-old left Perth 2 days ago on a marathon 4,700 kilometre trip to reach his family in Brisbane. That's further than crossing the Atlantic Ocean. On this run, he's already had to deal with scraping a load together.
That's the edge. Keep going like that.
Mechanical headaches.
I just blew a clutch. That's not good.
And downright disasters.
Back it out, mate, back it out. Got all over the road here.
On this trip, Turbo's been away for over a month. Home, along with wife Jo and daughter Tracy, is still 3,800 kilometres away.
I don't get to give them a cuddle. I don't get to give them a kiss.
Missing family is a hard reality of trucking life.
Barbecues, birthdays, New Year's, Christmas. I miss all of that.
Standing between Turbo and home is one of the most gruelling stretches of road in Australia. The Nullarbor Plain. Joining the east and west of the country, it's 1,000 kilometres of no towns, no people, no trees, nothing. Out here, a trucker has plenty of time to think. And there's one problem that's been playing on Turbo's mind for weeks.
That's not good. oil coming out of the filter.
And some gaskets, I got home and I never even had time to fix it because I had to run around and do other things. And I'm starting to stress now. I'm worried that I can blow that sump gasket completely and utterly out now, halfway across the paddock somewhere. If it does, it's going to be a lot of fun because I can't get a spare part at all.
Without a sump gasket, Turbo's truck won't be able to hold oil. If it runs dry, his engine will seize up. A replacement engine will cost $45,000. Cash Turbo can't spare.
What I'm looking for, if I've done an oil seal or something like that around the sump, you'll actually see the splashback off the oil. It's telltale signs of the oil over the trailer.
While there's no sight of oil, there is another warning sign. Heat is pouring through the cab floor.
And I can actually feel it under my foot now. She's starting to actually burn. I have got oil spray up the back. It's covered the car, it's covered this. I'm glad I had a tarp over the furniture.
Litres of precious oil have been leaking from his truck.
I literally have no oil left in the engine.
All Turbo can do is refill the engine and hope he makes it to safety.
It's just going to be enough to sort of limp into Port Augusta to do the repairs.
If his oil runs dry now, his journey and his engine will be history. On the island wilderness of Tasmania, 55-year-old Ewan Stevens is at the wheel of an annual pilgrimage. Over the next few days, he'll brave a gauntlet of mountain passes and narrow dirt tracks to deliver a fragile, volatile load
You need to concentrate.
deep into the heart of a remote forest. Ewan's hauling bees, 30 million of them.
They've got 100,000 bees in each hive, and they're all crammed in there. They don't like being transported. Probably go home with 70 stings each. Doesn't matter how much smoking that you give them, they still get very nasty.
Ewan's leading a convoy of trucks on 2 overnight runs. Starting at their factory in Mole Creek, they'll be moving 300 beehives from their winter shelter to their summer homes in the midst of a World Heritage Forest. In all, it's just over a 700-kilometre run through some of the most remote bushland in Tasmania. This arduous trip is about one thing: the rare leatherwood tree.
That is unique to Tasmania. It's the only place in the world it grows.
This precious flower gives the Stevens family honey its distinct flavour, but it blooms for just 4 weeks a year. Ewan has less than 3 days to deliver 45 tonnes of hives to the leatherwood trees. The Stevens family have been making honey in Tasmania for a century. It's the family business and their passion. Ewan's parents, now into their 80s, still keep a watchful eye on things.
You need to get your cloth and wipe around there, otherwise you're going to have sticky right up your arm.
In our day, a lot of the trucks had no brakes, no lights. But we still grow.
Ewan's restored the family's fleet of vintage trucks himself.
I'm self-taught mechanic, and I love doing all the work on them. Building engines, especially building engines. I love building engines.
Over the next 3 days, the Stevens' livelihood is at stake. Ewan must get the bees into the forest alive and on time.
If we're delayed, it'll cost us $25,000, $30,000 a day, probably more. Can't afford a breakdown. Can't afford stopping on the side of the road with bees on. You have to keep the wheels going.
In Australia's rugged Northern Territory,
It's going to come this way at the front, eh?
dirt road expert Christian Reynolds has volunteered for a rescue mission. A mate's truck has broken down, 800 kilometres away from replacement parts. Its driver, Bags, needs help.
Take all his gear and my gear back together. That's just how it is with remote areas. You all got to help each other out.
We would have been there hours ago, Farmer's truck.
Christian and fiancée Katie are halfway through a crucial run, hauling 50 tonnes of concrete beams to a bridge building project. Their journey began in the city of Darwin. The destination, a remote construction site at Donaghey Creek. It's a 1,600 kilometre round trip through the heart of one of the world's last great frontiers, Arnhem Land. This unforgiving wilderness is larger than the country of Portugal, with some of the roughest roads in the land. But for 37-year-old Christian, it's a home away from home.
I suppose the thing with it, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Christian's been driving the big rigs for 20 years, making a living getting trucks where trucks won't go.
Work hard, anything, anywhere, as long as there's money in it.
Last year, he spent big to set up his own firm.
Like most transport companies that start off, we struggle a fair bit.
With big debts to pay and the wet season about to start, the bridge job is a vital source of cash.
This time of year, you just go until you have to stop.
Fiancée Katie is also an experienced trucker. On this trip, she's jumped in the cab to spend some rare quality time with Christian. They were hoping for a straightforward run home. But adding Bags' truck and 2 trailers to Christian's road train has changed all that.
This is the second time I've taken Bags home now, so he probably owes me a beer for that, I reckon.
He arrived here as a 35-metre double road train, but he'll leave a 53-metre triple. With 800 kilometres of tough country to come, a relaxed drive home just turned into a high-stress mission. Turbo is nursing his wounded truck across the Nullarbor Plain. In the space of just 3 days, he's wrecked his clutch, smashed his toolbox and blown his oil sump gasket. For most truckers, it will be enough to drive them to despair. But Turbo has his own way of dealing with the pressure.
My way of coping with it is to be a nut job.
You've just entered Turbo World.
Spend too long on this vast remote plain and it can start playing tricks on your mind.
It's notorious for UFO sightings or sightings of something.
But down the road, Turbo spots some flashing lights. And these ones are for real.
How you doing, mate?
As always, he's ready to help a fellow trucker in need.
See if you can start it. Can we go again?
Wait.
I can hear it sparking.
The truck's electrics have died.
There's no phone service or nothing now, so he can't even ring for help. So basically, I'm his only lifeline.
And the driver's at a complete loss.
Poor fella's got no idea. He's got no mechanical idea on it. Go again.
But no amount of coaxing can bring the truck back to life.
It's actually come down to a computer shutdown. But why? I don't exactly know.
All Turbo can do is call for help once he gets back into phone range and rack this up as another mystery of the Nullarbor. In Tasmania, Ewan Stevens and nephew Josh have arrived to start loading the first of 300 beehives. The first challenge is getting to them at the bottom of a steep rise.
Because of the rain and that this morning, it's too wet and slippery to go down into there. So we're going to leave the truck up here on the hill and we'll bring them out with a forklift. Give them a good smoke, Josh. The smoke actually dopes the bees, so they don't get going at me when I put the forklift underneath and rattle the hive.
To keep the bees calm, Ewan needs to load up as quickly and smoothly as possible. But the bumpy, wet ground is making the job even harder.
We're having trouble here loading the bees because the ground's like sand.
And the bees are getting restless.
They bounce around, they don't like it. If you can bang on their hives, they'll come out and sting you.
With each load, the hillside is getting more and more churned up. There's nearly 500,000 bees balanced on the forklift. Every bump threatens to topple the hives.
I'm on a bad angle, so I'm having great difficulty.
The last thing Ewan needs is the whole swarm to turn on him.
If I drop one of these pallets, it would just splatter and the bees would go mad. Pull it out then, fork, Josh.
Josh and Ewan have no choice but to manhandle the pallet onto the truck. And Josh is paying the price.
Yeah, I got a bee on the inside of my thigh.
While he's still new to beekeeping, Josh knows the hazards intimately.
Getting stings up the inside of your nose hurts more than getting stung on your private parts. That's speaking from experience.
It's almost nightfall before Ewan can get underway.
It's been a bit of a drama here tonight. It's one of the worst load-ups I've had for a long time. I am behind schedule now, but that's beekeeping.
Together with brother Neil, Ewan has 350 kilometres to cover to reach the leatherwood trees.
It's a long, hard pull and it's a fair way. There's no let up in it.
With the bees on board, they must reach the forest as quickly as possible. They'll drive late into the night, on wet roads, and through winding mountain passes to get there.
This is where the road is very winding and narrow. It's got 99 corners and 1.5 miles.
With the sunrise, the hives are starting to heat up. Now it's non-stop until they reach the forest.
Once these trucks are stopped, you've got about 10 or 15 minutes, then you start losing thousands of bees. They start dying because they're under shade cloths and they start suffocating.
At the end of the mountain pass, 38 kilometres of rough dirt tracks leading into the forest. On the way in, Ewan wants to check on some hives he's already moved. He's shocked at what he finds. Some of the hives have been vandalised, killing the bees inside.
Pisses me off. I see this all the time.
After a long, hard journey, it's a heartbreaking sight. In Arnhem Land, Christian Reynolds' rescue mission has reached the first major hazard on his 800-kilometre run to Darwin, the Goa River. It's deep with a soft riverbed and slippery banks. Not a place you want to get bogged. On the way here, Christian hauled his trailers one by one through the water. But today he's feeling lucky. To save time, he'll take the truck through in one go, all 53 metres of it.
We'll try and pull 3 trailers through there. Hopefully, we'll be able to scratch our way out the other side, won't have to break it up.
Taking on the river is a gamble, but Christian's betting on 20 years of experience.
Like if you've got a pretty steep creek that you can't get doubles out of, sometimes you will get triples out of because the third one's still pushing you as you're going out the other side.
He hopes that once the front of his road train crawls out of the water, the weight of the other truck and trailer rolling downhill will help push him out. If he's wrong, he'll have to deal with not one, but 2 stranded rigs.
I always go through them steady. Like first, second gear, try and sort of get the prime mover through without pulling too much water up the bank on the other side.
If he loses traction now, he'll be stuck fast. In Tasmania's high country, bee trucker Ewan Stevens has been met by a shocking sight.
There's a yard of bees we put in here last week. Vandals have been here and pushed all of them over, and because it's been so wet, they're dead.
The loss is painful for Ewan and the family business.
200,000 bees dead there on the ground. Try and make a bloody living, and vandals, they don't give us stuff. They won't survive.
But Ewan needs to put this behind him. 6 kilometres ahead is his drop-off point, where he'll unload one of his 2 rigs. But this is no place to take a truck.
This track is normally a 4-wheel drive track.
Everywhere you look, there's a hazard.
It is very tight squeeze. I think sometimes you think we're mad bringing a semi down here. It's a bit of a nerve-wracking track. This corner we're coming to now is completely fell out underneath of it. It starts to move, you'll lose the trailer. We're going to go across. That's it, we're going to.
After a close shave comes another problem. Fallen trees are blocking the road. With the truck stationary and the shade cloth removed, now it's a race to get moving before the bees start to fly away. Once the truck moves on, thousands could be left behind. Finally, there's a light at the end of the forest tunnel. The boys have reached their holy grail, the rare leatherwood trees. This is what the whole trip has been about. Now the work can begin to drop off 15 million bees at their summer home.
It feels good to have them in here. There's quite a bit more flower than we thought would be in here. All we need now is some sunshine so they can get out and make some honey for us.
But this is just the halfway mark. Tomorrow, the boys must go where there's no road at all. After surviving a nervous run across the Nullarbor Plain, Turbo's finally been able to patch up his truck.
Well, my sum's all sorted out and I was able to do the mechanical repair overnight. I've got that sorted out. Now she's actually running sweet as. And at least I haven't got oil pouring out everywhere.
To celebrate, he's knocked up a feast.
So it's just a bushman stew, slice of bread, sit down and watch a sunset like that. The best office in the world.
For the last few weeks, Turbo's been desperate to get home. And there's a deeper reason why.
I ended up crook a few weeks ago and the doctors actually found a fungus growing in my blood. So it's experimental drugs that I've got to go on. If they don't work, then it's a case I go into radiation treatment and I get treated the same as leukemia. It's a emotional roller coaster up and down, and I only found out sort of a couple of weeks ago that I have actually got it. So, you know, look, it is still a very touchy subject. I haven't even told my wife about it. You know, I've just got to find the right moment to be able to talk to her about it. That's something I'm not going to sit there on a telephone and tell her. I'm going to tell her face to face. Yeah, no, it's... I've promised the wife and daughter I'd actually call in and see them tomorrow afternoon.
But as night falls, it's feeding time, and the road is thick with kangaroos.
Oh, they slow it down. I do not like hitting kangaroos because of the damage that they do. Hitting a root is like hitting a brick wall.
Turbo's no stranger to the damage they can cause.
Cruise, straight under the trailer.
Rip the slack adjuster out and pull the brakes apart.
Even with a heavy-duty bull bar, no truck is safe.
It's not just the front where you can hit them down the side of the truck. You can rupture a fuel tank. You still run the chance and the risk of doing damage.
Swerving a 37-metre road train out of the way isn't an option. All Turbo can do is back off. But sometimes, even that's not enough.
That's what I hate about roofs. I don't know where the hell I got him, but I got him. When you hit them, they will rip out left, right and centre.
A wheel spacer between two tyres is wrecked.
That's the damage they do.
Turbo can't go on until he's made repairs. He's stranded, miles from help. The promise he made to his family is looking hard to keep. Christian Reynolds' triple road train is crawling through the Goa River. Finally, he's out of the water.
Well, that's good.
But the next hazard isn't far ahead. Corrugations, mile after mile of them. They're a series of ridges in the road, like driving over millions of speed bumps. And with the extra third trailer on board, they're giving Christian's truck a battle.
Creates a lot more work. It's like putting a big anchor behind you. You just got to drive accordingly and set your gear up for it. Everything's related to corrugations.
After a bone-shaking 300 kilometres, it's a relief to reach the smooth bitumen that will take them home to Darwin. But suddenly, there's bad news. Christian's driver and Katie's brother, Norman, has broken down. Christian's business is less than a year old. He can't afford to have a truck off the road.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. It's giving me a headache thinking about it.
He's rescued one rig on this trip already. Now he must deal with a second. It's an anxious drive to meet Norman at the isolated truck stop of Hayes Creek. Sure enough, the truck's right where it's supposed to be. Only problem, its driver isn't.
No, Norman. Oh, he should be here.
Norman was supposed to meet Christian here.
He won't be far away.
But as the minutes tick by, no Norman. He's keeping the boss waiting. On a lonely highway in outback New South Wales.
You!
Turbo has collided with a kangaroo.
That was me toe. 2 o'clock in the morning, I need this right now, eh?
The impact has killed the roo and done serious damage to Turbo's truck. A wheel spacer is bent beyond repair.
It actually keeps the 2 sets of rims and wheels separated. Because that's gone, they'll just flap around, they'll end up coming off and killing some because there's no weight on them.
Turbo's out of phone range, and the next town is over 200 kilometres away. He'll have to make an emergency fix here.
Got to jack it up. I'm going to pull all this wheel off, and then I've got to chain the axle up.
Turbo can't drive on the damaged wheels, but in order to chain up the truck's axle, he'll have to work on the flat road surface. blocking a whole lane.
I can't get off the road, I'm actually in the road.
And now, there's a truck coming.
Hopefully he's got enough brains, because if this half asleep and he doesn't see me, he'll plough straight in the back of this.
While the driver's seen Turbo, he hasn't stopped to help, and this is a two-man job. Turbo's desperate to get moving. He promised his family he'd be home in a matter of hours.
Come on!
He needs to tie off the axle with a chain and lower the jack. If the jack slips or the chain snaps, 22 tonnes of trailer could come crashing down.
Because if that goes bang, it will cut me in half.
On a foggy mountain road in Tasmania. Once again, the Stevens family are driving through the night to get their bees to the rare leatherwood trees.
It's a matter of life and death for us. There's $350,000 worth of bees on these trucks, so it has to happen.
But today is a trip with a difference. Their destination is so hard to reach, there's no road at all. The only way to get there is by rail.
We're on a deadline to catch a railway at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ewan and the boys will need to drive both trucks onto the back of a special train that will take them deep into the forest. They're racing the clock again.
Because it's a forecast of a hot day down there tomorrow, so we need to be there on time and get the bees off.
It's sunrise by the time they reach the train yard.
Grab some straps, Josh, quick.
Now every minute is critical. They need to drive both trucks onto two specially made carriages and get moving before the bees become trapped in their nets and die.
They're going to come out in a minute. We've been here 10 minutes. We've got to get moving.
But as the train hooks up, there's a problem.
We're right on our limit for the length.
Ewan's truck is too long for its carriage. If he can't fit on the train, he won't be going anywhere. Christian Reynolds is waiting on his driver, Norman, to return to his broken down truck. He's been waiting for an hour. Finally, Norman arrives to meet the boss.
I thought you guys would have been here a bit sooner.
Well, I thought you would have been here already. Where's your spanner? Half inch in the truck.
And Norman's excuse?
Because he was sleeping.
Joking aside, Christian's concerned for both his truck and his inexperienced employee.
Well, he's one of my drivers. You know, you're responsible for all of them. So if they've got an issue, it becomes a bigger issue for you.
He doesn't want to abandon Norman hundreds of kilometres from help. It's a difficult situation, but Christian has a plan.
We'll pull it back and push it back forward so it's close to these trailers, then I'll just back the three of them onto him and we'll get going.
Christian will add Norman's truck to his road train, creating a 4-trailer long monster. The big beast is set. On this trip, Christian's ended up with more than he bargained for. A lot more.
Oh, this is pretty big.
It's the longest vehicle he's ever driven.
Morton would be 19 metres long or something like that. So we're 50, that's 70. Stiff bar another 2.5, so 75 odd metres. Everything's big in the NT, eh?
It's a massive metal centipede, 105 tonnes and 84 wheels. Longer than the world's largest airliner and as heavy as a blue whale. But Christian's work isn't done yet. Ahead, there's one more challenge.
Just to make things a little bit more interesting.
A slow-moving mobile home.
Hey there, Morton.
Yeah, I'm still here.
How do you feel about an overtaking procedure?
A long way from home.
Got to bring it up higher.
Turbo's alone on a two-man repair job. And he's at a gutful.
Oh, you thing.
He's chained up his axle. Now he needs to get two 55-kilo wheels onto his trailer. It's a severe test of his bad back.
That's done.
Turbo's lost precious hours.
I guess we better make like a frog and hop on our way.
Yeah.
His patience is wearing thin.
All my plans with my family today are completely and utterly gone out the window.
Next morning, the first job is to replace the broken wheel spacer. And this time, Turbo can't do it alone.
A two-man job. 200 kilos and I'm trying to lift, twist, push, pull and turn.
And I don't have another bloody 20-ton squat jack.
He needs help.
Must be you coming over the hill now, is it, old mate? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's me. Thank God for two-way radios. I've actually radioed this guy who's coming through town. He's actually going to pull up and give me another bottle jack.
After helping out his fellow truckers time and again, Turbo finally gets his kindness repaid.
All right, well, thanks for that, mate.
All back on the road, all good. Rang my wife. She's not too happy. Every time I promise her something, I always seem to break it. Yeah, I do feel guilty because I promised my daughter I was going to fix her bike for her today. Well, I'm still 1,200 miles away from them, and that's just another one of the promises to my daughter I've broken.
I've told them, come morning, come sunrise, I will be there for them, so when they open their eyes, they will see me there.
He's covered a massive 4,700 kilometres and battled problem after problem after problem.
2 o'clock in the morning, I need this right now, eh?
But finally, Turbo's reached the end of the road.
Hello, how are you?
On the road to Darwin, Christian Reynolds is preparing to overtake a slow-moving vehicle in his monster road train.
Yeah, old mate's just indicating us to go around like we've got 300 metres of road.
With a colossal 75 metres of truck to manage, he needs a kilometre of clear road before it's safe to go.
Once we get past him, you'll realise why I've been reluctant to go.
As Christian gets ready to make his move, suddenly,
oh, that girl.
The mobile home decides to brake.
They think they're doing the right thing, you know, but they're better off maintaining a steady speed. Let us work it out when we're going to go around them. It does get a bit unnerving, you know, like nothing's coming.
Finally, the road ahead looks clear. Now Christian's committed. He must get all 4 trailers and 2 prime movers around the mobile home. He's stranded in the outside lane. Any oncoming traffic could spell disaster.
Righto, you clear of it?
Not all.
Christian and those he's rescued are almost home. The trip has cost him dear, but he wouldn't have it any other way.
Bags break down this week and I'll bring him back to Darwin at no cost to him. And it might be me that breaks down next week and he'll do the same for me. It's what goes around comes around, you know.
Over the last 3 days, Christian Reynolds has faced up to everything the road could throw at him to carve out a living in one of the world's last true frontiers.
It's hard country out here. You are a long way from help.
But after helping a mate in need and taking the long way home,
someone always has trouble with something.
His next load and the next road are waiting. Ewan Stevens is racing to try and fit his truck onto the back of a rail carriage.
Drop the ramp.
The longer the delay, the greater the risk that thousands of bees will start to die in their nets.
We've got to move up a bit, there's not enough clearance at the back.
The train connects up to it, the train will be running on the truck. Smash things to pieces and that ain't good news.
Ewan needs to unchain the truck and move it as far forward as he can. It's barely a few centimetres.
How you going up the back?
Right on that switch.
Is she far enough up?
There you go.
Ewan's on by the skin of his teeth. He's ready to leave, but as more minutes tick by, there's still no sign of movement.
We're sitting here now, we've been here for 15 minutes. We should be on the track. I don't know what's going on up in the engine department. It worries me about the bees. Once you start sitting for very long, they come out and go in the shade cloths, and when they start towing us up the track, then a lot of them will die. We need to get going real quick. Well, there's the horn blow, so this is good. We're on our way.
Now, Ewan's powerless as the train winds its way into the forest.
I don't like not being in control of my trucks.
And on the bumpy, narrow track, the carriages are swaying alarmingly.
Geez, look at that. Look at her. By hell, you're rocking, Neil.
You are too.
Ahead is the most dangerous part of the journey, a low, narrow bridge. There's barely enough room for the train, let alone 2 trucks stacked high with beehives.
You can see how crooked the line is.
If either truck strikes the bridge, the results could be disastrous.
How close are we, Neil?
I don't know.
We're flaming close. By hell, we're close.
That's only just missing.
You wonder why I got grey hairs. Have a look at that track up there.
Yeah, she was pretty close.
At last, it's the end of the line. Ewan and Neil have reached their destination. And just in time. With the day warming up, the bees are beginning to swarm.
Step back, Josh, you'll get stung. Get out of it, mate.
With everyone home, the job's finally done. For the Stevens family, it's been 2 of the biggest days of the year.
Our heart rate's up a bit at the moment.
Racing the clock to protect their precious bees. But after surviving tough country and a bumpy ride...
By hell, you're rocking, Neil.
The Stevens boys are buzzing.
It is very special for us coming out here on these trucking trips. For quality of honey, it is worth it.
Come on, boys. Arms around each other.
Yeah, take your photo and behave yourself.
I think it's a challenge of it more than anything, yeah.
Someone tells us we can't do it,
we'll
we go and do it.
In Perth, Western Australia, Outback legend Steve Graham is gearing up for another mammoth mission.
The road's open. It's officially the wet season now.
He's heading for the remote community of Kangaroo in Australia's tropical north. On board his road train, urgently needed building materials. With the wet season about to break, Steve's not taking any chances.
I haven't had my old shovel on board all year, but I got my shovel here and I got my chain, so I should be right. This load's good to go. We'll get on with it.
It's the start of another trip, and hopefully this rain down here indicates that there's no rain up there. I can't believe I'm always going on about the weather, but plays hell with my life.
Heading north at this time of year is a big risk, even for this veteran trucker.
I'd be stupid if I said I wasn't nervous about it. I'm nervous about it.
Steve's journey will take him from Perth through the heart of Western Australia to the remote community of Kangaroo. In all, he'll clock up a massive 6,000 kilometres getting there and getting back, like driving from Paris to Pakistan.
There's been some rain up there already on that Kangaroo road. When you look at the sky on a morning like this morning and you think about this trip and the time of the year, you do get a sense of deja vu.
Steve has a right to be concerned. He's heading for the same stretch of track that last year saw him bogged for 6 whole weeks.
Part of my business is based on that commitment to delivery no matter where you are. You've got to make a living and you can't not go because it might rain. The worst it could get is my gear is trapped in there for the wet season. There is my personal income done and dusted for the next 5 months, 6 months, whatever it takes to get it out.
To make it to Kangaroo, it's a 5-day haul. And the further north he goes, the storm clouds keep building.
We've turned onto the Goa River Road, and there's a classical wet season build-up cloud. We're heading straight into them now, and we'll get rain up here somewhere, without a doubt. Looks like we haven't got steak for tea tonight. Not fresh steak anyway. And here it is. This is just the first shower. This is the first shower for down here. I did not need to be turning my wipers on just yet. It's all very well to be prepared for it, and it's all very well to know that it's probably going to happen. But when it hits you in the face like that, it just brings it home like a smack.
Riding solo on these dirt roads is too risky. Old mate Steve Kirkham will join the battle, which could be closer than they think.
I don't like the sound of that thunder at all.
In Katanning, Western Australia, heavy haulage expert Yogi is about to begin an important cross-continental run.
This one going to Melbourne for us is a big one. It puts a bit of pressure on me and the truck. It has to happen because, yeah, we need to find work.
Christmas is just days away. Wife Amanda and the kids will be flying in to meet Yogi in Melbourne, the city where he grew up.
No one knows we're coming yet. We haven't told them we're coming over there.
Yogi wants to surprise his parents with a Christmas visit. But he's got another mission, delivering hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of farming machinery on the way. Precious income for his new business. From Katanning, Yogi's heading east to Strathalbyn in South Australia for his first drop. From there, it's on to Melbourne to deliver a second load. In all, it's a vast 3,500 kilometre haul, like driving from New York to Las Vegas. And on this trip, Yogi's got extra stress. The axle bearings on his beloved truck, PJ, have been overheating. A part to fix them hasn't arrived.
I want it fixed, but at the end of the day, we've got a good possibility of making some good money and ending up in Victoria for Christmas. So if it fails, it'll need to be either trucked back or towed back. So that would be quite a significant cost to me and quite hard to do 2-3 days before Chrissy.
It's a big gamble for Yogi. If PJ breaks down, he and his freight could end up spending Christmas stuck in the outback. The rescue and repair bills could break his business.
Yeah, you take risks in life, I guess, and at the end of the day, it's a pretty big risk, but we want to make it. I want to get there for the freight, I want to get there for the truck, but at the end of the day, I want to be home for my family. Family's everything.
And there's another load Yogi must deliver. no matter what.
Righto, just put some presents away.
Come here, little munchkin.
It'll be 4 days until Yogi's supposed to meet up with the family in Melbourne.
You just laugh, don't you?
If he doesn't make it, there'll be no dad and no presents for Christmas.
Righto.
In Central Australia, Russell McDonough is bracing himself for another desert scrap. Russell's passion and business is recycling car wrecks. His master weapon is his mobile crusher. It's been a hard year. Russell's had a run of bad luck that's nearly ruined him.
I thought I was bulletproof, but something caught up to me.
A serious lung infection cost him months off work.
Even once I was better, I still wasn't better enough to go to work.
And the bog from hell almost sent him broke.
It's actually a fair blow to us financially.
Russell's desperate to make up lost time and money. He's risking his health to brave the desert heat in the height of summer.
Yeah, the chips are down, but we know it's harsh, and we've got to try and be as ready as we can.
From Alice Springs, Russell's heading 215 kilometres northeast to the remote community of Harts Range. By his side is 19-year-old Rowan. Russell took him under his wing at the age of 10.
Taught me how to get little things to work and fix this and you fix that.
Having driven from Adelaide, trucking mates Buddy and Ben have also come to the rescue.
I've got 2 road trains that are coming out to bring the crushed cars home.
What do you do? Like, oh, I'm not making money, so I can't help my mate out, so you sit back and watch your mate go down? I don't think so.
Russell's hoping Harts Range will provide enough cars to fill 6 trailers. Any delays on this job will cost the whole crew. Just out of Alice Springs, the outside temperature has already hit 50 degrees, and the road is even hotter.
It's that hot that you couldn't walk on it barefooted. It nearly melts thongs. Could be anywhere 80, 90 degrees.
It's not just footwear that's at risk of melting. The blazing sun has claimed its first victim.
It's just one ear that's blown.
In the tropical Kimberley region, the wet season's about to break. Up here, 2 metres of rain can fall in a day.
It's not good. It's...
Steve Graham and mate Steve Kirkham are taking on the dirt track to Kangaroo. They know that if weather turns bad, so will the road.
We had rain last night, which is, it's worrying. It's scary, this weather. It's like it's going to rain for a couple of days, so I don't like it at all.
Steve's load of building materials is light. To stabilise his truck, he's hauling his mate's load of heavy concrete. It's Steve's last trip before the torrential rain is due, but the wet's already giving him headaches.
There was enough rain so that the clay will have us slipping and sliding and losing traction. I don't like this one little bit.
After the mud, another problem. Deep corrugations, slowing Steve to walking pace.
There's about 5 kilometres of this stretch that I'll do at this speed, which is 4 kilometres an hour.
On a road this rough, the load takes a constant hammering.
Oh, I can see a strap's broken or come loose back there on that bloody steel.
But the biggest test is the long, steep hills or jump-ups. Taking on these means fighting gravity and the dirt in a 100-ton truck. For extra power, the 2 Steves hook both rigs together. But even with 2 trucks, it's going to be a brutal climb.
This is our nemesis. This is the feeder jump up. Every truckie hates it.
When you're ready.
Coming off the clutch now, coming off now, and we're off. Now I've got to stay very focused for this hill, and I'm going to wind out my window just so I pick up any wheel traction. Just don't want to break anything here.
Steve's now got 5 fully loaded trailers behind him. Both trucks must keep momentum. One lapse in concentration and they could lose traction and grind to a shuddering halt.
Here we go.
Yogi's cross-country run is finally underway. At 3,500 kilometres, it's one of the longest trips an Aussie trucker can make.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous at the moment. I'll get nervous when I get past Esperance. I'll get even more nervous when I turn right at Norseman, and yeah, and then we sort of know you're out there by yourself.
Yogi's biggest concern is his truck's axle bearing problem.
I'm just gonna pull over here.
After just a few hours, he wants to check his wheel temperatures.
42, just checking the wheel bearings. 39.
Yogi's mechanics warned him anything over 50 degrees could be dangerous.
That one over there is the problem one, at 42.
And now, Yogi's discovered a new problem.
On the back chains on the gears, it just give me a bit of a flutter, and she's telling me something's wrong, you know, so you got to listen to PJ. Good girl. You know, look, it's all good.
Yogi suspects his fuel lines are blocked.
Truck is giving me a little bit of a flutter on the back throttle.
Ahead is 1,100 kilometres of nothing. If he's to make the crossing safely, he needs to get the problem checked out now.
Fuel problems are not a thing you want to have out in the middle of nowhere, so.
If the news is bad, his beloved truck and his journey could be in serious trouble.
Yep. Oh, right to go.
The diagnosis is good.
Put it on the computer and found there's no fault codes or anything like that, so feeling a bit better about it all, but time will tell.
But no sooner is Yogi back on the road.
I just did it, just missed again there.
PJ's throttle is fluttering again. And now, Yogi's heart is too.
Oh, I don't know what to do. This is maybe an injector, unless it's internal, or it might even be a fuel pump on the way out. It just doesn't make me feel as comfortable at all going out here like this now. Not sitting pretty at all, so. And I just, don't know what to do.
The infamous Nullarbor Plain lies ahead. Yogi must choose. Turn back to safety and he'll miss his delivery and Christmas. Push on and he risks being stranded in the desert. Outside Alice Springs, Russell McDonough has blown a tyre in scorching heat.
It's just one here that's blown.
While the temperature's rising, so is the pressure to get moving.
Still got heaps to do today.
Apprentice Rowan has drawn the short straw.
Young fella's still paying his dues. I get to drop, then I got to change all the tyres on it.
After losing precious time, the convoy pushes on to the dirt.
We are going into desert country. The main thing we try and do is not break anything.
Russell's now a long way from help, and the bitumen's been left behind in a cloud of dust. Finally, the convoy pulls into Hart's Range. The fate of Russell's business lies here, rusting in the dirt. And he may have hit the jackpot.
Well over 100 cars here, I haven't gone and counted yet.
This junk pile could be worth $25,000. But to turn metal into money, the team must get to work. The first job is to get the crusher off its trailer. Russell lowers its supporting legs. But straight away, there's a problem. One of the legs is jammed.
It's not like having a piece of machinery break down in town and you can go to the shop and buy a new part.
If he can't fix it, it's game over for Russell. Steve Graham's giving it his all to get up a notorious hill.
Just a touch more, mate.
Even with the grunt of a second truck behind, he's barely crawling. It's a difficult manoeuvre, even for two veteran truckers.
He's a good man on the end of the bar back there. He knows what he's doing. If you have a bloke on the bar behind you that gives too many revs or not enough, he makes your life miserable.
But with precision teamwork...
Right, we're over that hill.
Steve's conquered this notorious jump up and saved precious time.
I'm always relieved when I get that one out of the way.
While he's over one big hurdle, the road ahead is full of bad memories.
As I come around the bend is where my trailers and dollies sank out of sight. Right here.
This was the scene of Steve's worst nightmare. This time, he's in luck.
Now, I'm glad I'm over that little spot. It took me nearly 3 weeks to get from theatre to this spot, and I've just done it this morning in about 3 hours. I'll be bloody glad to get in and get out.
After a mammoth 3,000 kilometres, Steve's finally made it to Kangaroo.
It's a sense of achievement every time you roll in the gate.
But his work is far from done. Tomorrow, he must turn around and do it all again.
And get out of here and beat that rain and get off this bloody road.
But storm clouds are building. Steve needs to unload and get out fast. Yogi's truck has been playing up. He's worried he could be stranded on a desolate highway for Christmas. His mechanical problems are holding off for now.
Truck feels alright at the moment.
So Yogi's made a decision.
We're going to do it.
Yogi wants to make it to Melbourne for his freight, but most of all, for his family.
It could turn pear-shaped, it could be all good. And I made the calculated decision to get a load over there, and at the end of the day, yeah, I just want to be there with my family, you know. I don't see enough of them as it is.
This Christmas, there's one family member Yogi really wants to see.
My dad's been a real good inspiration to me over the years. He's taught me a lot about driving and work ethics and just an all-round good dad. Like, yeah, and unfortunately he's got Lewy body's form of dementia, so at 61, so yeah, it really cuts me in half, you know, and I probably don't really know how to deal with it, I suppose, at the moment.
After a long day, Yogi's made it to an Outback truck stop.
Send Amanda a quick text.
While he wants to send a message to his wife, out here, even the basics aren't easy.
No service. I'll see you in the morning. Sojourner, here we come.
Today, Yogi faces the longest dead straight road in Australia, all 90 miles of it.
I'm really worried about this middle bit. Yeah.
Breakdown out here, and help is a day away. The bill for a tow would be massive.
It literally is in the middle of nowhere now. It makes me go a little bit quiet. We are coming up to the South Australian, West Australian border.
That's one state down and 2 to go. Yogi's first delivery is still 800 kilometres away.
It's just straight, it's just flat, it's just going that way.
But suddenly, an old problem with his truck PJ is back.
Temperature's just come up a little bit. Check the axles.
And there's bad news.
Front one on this side, 61.
Yogi's wheel temperatures are 10 degrees over the safety mark. The consequences could be disastrous.
Worst case scenario, it'll burn, catch fire, and we lose PJ.
In the remote Australian desert, Russell McDonough's car crusher is stuck on its trailer. It's refusing to do its party piece, lift itself onto the ground. A support leg is jammed. Russell needs to pry it free fast.
I'm going to have to lift the crusher up and I'll put that chain around the bottom of the leg.
Rowan will use the loader to try and pull the leg out without damaging Russell's pride and joy. With the leg free, Russell's ready to try again. Slowly, the 25-ton giant rises up.
Let's go crush some cars.
The temperatures are now scorching and the air thick with dust.
It's about 45 degrees out here. That's why we're all huffing and puffing.
But Russell battles on. Late in the day, and there's another problem with the crusher.
We've got a problem with this thing going down on one end.
It stopped crushing on one side.
Just going through some of the electrical connections that have been out in the weather.
Russell suspects it could be a faulty electrical switch or solenoid.
Using this thing we call a test light. It's indicating that power is getting to the solenoid. On some occasions, the solenoid doesn't pull down. It's becoming quite clear the solenoid's faulty.
Replacement parts are a day away. Right now, the crusher's chewing up time and money.
The solenoid's Without that solenoid, the crusher stops. Without the crusher, the whole program stops.
In the vast expanse of the Kimberley region, Steve Graham's about to begin his 3,000-kilometre journey home to Perth. The wet season is imminent. It's a frantic race to load up and head south.
And I'm reloading these bits and pieces all around town. Excavator attachments there, cable roller there, container here.
If the heavens open, the road out will close, and Steve's livelihood would be reined in for months.
Everyone all over town is throwing stuff at us to try and get it out before the rain comes. We're working out the weights and we're putting all this stuff on the road trains, and we'll get it all together today, tomorrow sometime, and go. Doesn't matter.
Squeezing the freight onto his truck is a superhuman feat.
Steve Graham, the Houdini of freight, to make that fit.
You know, it was tight, but it fits.
There's a tough journey ahead. Steve's bracing for the worst.
We're expecting more rain before we get out, and we know we're going to have trouble on those jump-ups.
To beat the dreaded jump-ups, Steve's called in even more horsepower.
We've got another road train coming in. We've got Stewie coming in. We will go out the 3 trucks together. Some of those jump-ups on the reverse side are worse than the forward side coming in.
And if 3 truck engines aren't enough...
I have got a secret weapon. I've got an excavator to take out, and that's part of the reason I'm here at this time of the year, because that will be our saver if we get caught on the way out. The day is eroding. I can see build-up. There's clouds coming up over those hills over there right now.
With rough roads, jump-ups and bad weather, Steve's taking on everything the Outback can throw at him. On an isolated stretch of road in South Australia, Yogi's axles are still running dangerously hot.
We basically just made it one end of the bike to the other.
Help is 1,000 kilometres away. Yogi's been forced to drop his speed and cool his wheels. as he limps into the town of Ceduna, his worries for his truck, PJ, are growing.
If it collapses and fails, well, obviously we don't make it and we need to be towed. 56 as well.
His axle bearing temperatures are still too high. Time for dinner and another job for his temperature gun.
Oh, 62.
I don't mind city driving, I guess, you know, it's just becomes part and parcel of the job, you know.
Yogi's finally made it to Adelaide, but with the big city comes a big problem.
We are coming up the big Adelaide Hill.
Ahead, a 10-kilometre incline.
It's hard on the gear and we are 100% boost, full throttle. That's why I got such big calf muscles. Truck's just got really hot really quick because we're going straight up.
With PJ's engine and axles going into the red, Yogi's on high alert.
On about 98. Oh, obviously don't want to cook the motor going up here. 100 degrees, boils. Come on, big girl.
And the throttle problem is back.
Oh, and she's just give a little bit of a flutter.
At a lonely desert junkyard, Russell McDonough's car crusher is lifeless.
Solenoid's faulty.
A solenoid that triggers the machine's downward pressure has failed. Every hour spent trying to fix it is an hour Russell's not crushing, costing time and money.
With these two road trains that are here to help me, I sort of don't want to muck them around, you know? I've got to just keep at it and get the job done.
Russell needs all his mechanical skills to bring his crusher back to life.
We've got a medium-sized shifter and need that socket set.
And out here, if you can't fix it, find it.
There's a chance that there's something fairly similar on one of these cars to operate their starter motor.
It's Russell's only hope. While he removes the faulty solenoid, Rowan scours the junkyard for a replacement.
Found one. Just going to pull it off and take it over there, clean it up and see if it works.
Russell's in luck.
Over go welding this back onto the plate over here.
Time for some bush mechanics.
When you touch two battery leads together, it sparks. So we're going to try and just meld a piece of wire and actually make it work like a welding rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, dinner on 10 minutes today. Welding rod.
With his improvised welding kit, Russell gets to work.
Definitely not the prettiest weld, but that's on there well enough. We'll put it on and see if it works.
There's a treasure trove of scrap for the taking. Russell must revive his crusher and his hopes.
Very good. Oh, looks like I'm not seeing.
Steve Graham's convoy
Righto, fellas, we'll go.
is fully loaded and ready to head south.
The three road trains going out together, we're putting aside our independence and going out as a group so that we can help each other through the bad stuff.
Not far out of Columbaroo, he faces another old foe.
That jump up there doesn't look much from here, but believe me, from bitter experience, that is a real handful. This is where we're going to hook the three road trains together. If we didn't have the bars, we'd be pulling these trailers over. We'd pull one trailer over, come back and get the other one. There's 8 trailers or something here. To be half a day's work getting these 3 road trains over here. And we'll do it in half an hour. Touch wood.
With all 3 trucks hooked up, Steve's at the helm of a massive 140-metre road train.
Right, and we all got our diff locks in?
Yeah, when you're ready.
Coming off the clutch now, coming off now, and we're off.
1,600 horsepower of muscle must pull the 300-ton convoy.
Right, I'm getting a bit of wheel spin, fellas. You can have a tiny bit more, Steve.
Steve's at the top, but there's still 200 tons of road train lagging behind. Suddenly, the tow bar connecting the third truck has snapped.
Broke the ring on one of the tow bar things, yeah.
A steep jump up is a dangerous place to get stranded.
This is a serious business and this what can happen, and we're going to have to get moving because he's got air holding brakes on that hill.
If the brakes give way, the whole road train could slide out of control. The Adelaide hills are giving Yogi's truck PJ a severe test.
Come on, big girl.
She's holding up so far, but only just.
Truck's a bit nice, like we're only just holding about 95. Oh, we're there, mate. Yogi.
Finally, after 2,500 kilometres, Yogi's almost at his first delivery.
Give a little bit of a sigh of relief, we're actually nearly there.
It won't be long before he'll see his wife and kids.
Hello.
I'm a new truck from Kangaroo.
Wow. We'll get half the freight off, that'll be fantastic.
Half the job's done, but Yogi can't relax. The long, steep hills pushed PJ to her limit.
The diff's still running hot, front axle's still running hot.
And there's still 700 kilometres to go before he hits Melbourne. Yogi's hoping a nearby mechanic can solve his problems once and for all.
I spoke to him this morning first thing and might be able to get to the bit of the bottom of the problem, you know. Just put it over the pits to have a look at, you know, just adjust the brakes and have a look at underneath. And they found a couple of other problems under there, a couple of loose bolts on the sway bar, so they're just tying them up.
After a quick once-over, there's bad news.
They've sort of come back to me with a bit of a solution to the fuel problem, and it could very well mean that we might have to leave the truck here.
With another load still to deliver, abandoning his truck is a big call. But if Yogi keeps going, PJ could be damaged beyond repair. Russell McDonough is battling to bring his stalled crusher back to life.
That'd be the right length.
With his business on the line, he's under huge pressure to get it working. Finally, the moment of truth. At last, the team can get back to work. After all the delays, it's a flat-out race to feed the crusher.
Just had to keep going, otherwise it just sort of wouldn't happen in the time schedule that these truckies that have come out to help me needed it done.
In these conditions, heat stroke is a constant threat.
The heat is getting to all of us.
But Russell has no choice but to push on. After 3 exhausting days in a living hell, every last wreck has been crushed and stacked. And Russell's mates were there when he needed them most.
Russell was real crook. And he's sort of that stubborn bloke that won't ask for it. You just got to rock up and do it like these guys have.
Definitely made a difference having these boys help. It just really takes the pressure off.
We all stick together. Like, true mates are hard to find in the transport industry.
The main part of my life is, well, my friends and my work.
Russell's battled the dust, the heat, and fixed his way out of near disaster. He's made it through a mammoth salvage operation, bringing home $25,000 worth of scrap.
Very big job, and of course when you finish one, you're always quite happy that you've done it.
The Alice Springs Scrap Metal King and his crusher are back. With his truck and freight grounded, Yogi's made a tough decision.
The idea of them fixing a few more things while they've got time, it's going to cost me more money. Everything costs money, but I think it's going to be the best solution.
Walking away from an unfinished job is hard. He's postponed delivery until after Christmas. But Yogi can't delay his other load of freight, the Christmas presents.
A little bit wet.
And Yogi's new ride? A hire car. His only deadline now is Christmas with the family.
We didn't deliver on the truck. I feel a bit shattered about that. Showing off my truck to my family as well. They haven't seen the truck. So it's been a massive decision to actually leave the truck out there 500 k's from Melbourne. Well, I can't believe we made it to Melbourne town. It's been a long and fairly stressful sort of trip for me, really. Supposed to go to the left or to the right? What are you eating, tomato?
Daddy.
Hello. How you going?
I know I was good, but I don't know about her.
Oh, I went another cut him. What?
After 3,500 kilometres, Yogi's got one more trip to make. A surprise visit to his parents.
Oh, Merry Christmas! Hey! Oh, Georgia! You're gonna love it! That's a big trick, don't get me off.
Well, we better get some brekkie organised, haven't we? Yeah.
Well, you better.
Just to put a smile on my dad's face. I was just struggling with his dementia and all that type of stuff, you know. I struggle big time. How we're at with today, like the effort that we put in's all worth it. We can see the family and, you know, just the tears are flowing and still wiping the tears out of my eyes, you know. So yeah, it's bloody good.
Outside Columbaroo, Steve Graham's convoy of road trains is stranded on a steep jump up. A steel tow bar has snapped. The only hope now is a much weaker length of chain.
Righto, we'll give it another go. Coming off the clutch now, coming off, and we're into it.
While the convoy's over the jump up, the Bishop's boat has slipped.
Stewie's got a problem with the Bishop's boat, so we all best fix it or Stewie will go to hell.
It's all hands on deck.
Lift and push backwards, a 1, a 2, and a 3.
And again.
A 1, a 2, and a 3. Look at that. We're going to lift that back in, get those wheels back under this hull here.
Yeah, we're hanging off it. Not much is happening.
There's not enough muscle to secure the boat. It's a job for Steve's secret weapon.
Keep it going, keep it going. That's it. We should bring a secret weapon every trip.
This job has cost valuable time.
And the weather's building. We got build-up happening.
And last night's heavy rain has left the ground saturated.
Coming off, let's go. Stewie, come back with that chain, will you?
Getting bogged here is the last thing Steve needs.
Get the other truck to come back over the hill, we'll put a chain on. All right, we'll give it a go. Let's go, fellas, let's go. Just idle away like this now, that's nice and cool.
At last, Steve can breathe a sigh of relief. And it's time to say goodbye to his mates.
And we're going to go our separate ways at this point in time.
It's been another epic journey by the 67-year-old legend who just keeps on outback trucking.
You know, I can't see myself taking on other forms of trucking at this late stage of life. I'm quite happy doing bushwork. So this is a pretty good office when things are going along all right. It's not a bad view. The point is, it is outback trucking and shit happens.